Trump spent part of his press conference implying that all of the video coming out of his supporters driving into cities like Portland with trucks, with Trump flags and all of that. And we showed you the video yesterday of them trying to run over people, spraying them with mace, shooting them with paintballs, just randomly terrorizing a town. He's perfectly fine with that. These are patriotic individuals, of course. And Kayleigh McEnany was asked about that. How can he label these people as patriotic? But she didn't miss a beat.
I want to ask you about one of the president's other tweets this weekend. He took a video or retweeted a video of caravan of people driving into Portland with Trump and American flags flying. He called them great patriots. What about that image does the president see as patriotic? And ostensibly, you're talking about people going into a city in which they don't live, presumably to protect property they don't own. What's patriotic about that activity?
The president was highlighting that these were good Americans going in to peacefully be a part of a protest and show their voice. And that's what he was noting by the tweet and highlighting the video, which he routinely does.
What about the video of them scuffling, shooting paintballs at people, getting in the mix with people? Is that patriotic activity?
I don't think the president's seen that video, nor have I. But if you're going to ask about paintballs, it's incredible that for 90 days I've stood at.
Cut it off because she transitioned immediately to, once you try to get her to respond to a specific incident that she definitely has seen and that Donald Trump has definitely seen, because Donald Trump spends every waking moment on Twitter. As I'm saying this, he's on Twitter right now. He sees the videos. They immediately turn to, well, what about something else that happened? I'm asking you a specific question about this, but she's gonna move to something else. And yeah, so them driving in and trying to run people down, mimicking the techniques that ISIS terrorists have used in any number of attacks around the world, and randomly spraying people with pepper spray and with paintball, shooting them with paintballs. Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine and patriotic. And if you really try to pin me down, I'm just gonna change the subject to something else. But at the end of the day, what this means is that in the days following one of their supporters murdering people in the streets of Kenosha, they now have Proud Boys and the Patriot Bible whatever and the Boogaloo and all of those moving to all these cities. They are not going to condemn them. Even when the videos come out of them brutalizing people, they're not gonna condemn them because they support their supporters coming and hunting us down. Again, harsh truths, but it's America in 2020. They support these sorts of things.
You're right. You got part one of that, which was the mechanism that they're using. They are pushing, they're using whataboutism, or they're switching your attention. They're trying to switch your attention to something else to ignore from something. Part two, what is the thing they are trying to distract from? So later on in that same clip, before you cut it off, she starts talking about the number of officers who have been arrested and those people who have been, the number of officers who have been injured because of the Black Lives Matter protests, who have gone to the hospital for all these different things. Never mind the protesters who have gone to the hospital, never mind the Black people who they're protesting about who die before making it to the hospital. Like, this is what they're distracting from. This is what they're trying to take the attention away from. And when you see that their deflection is always about that, ignore the very racist thing you're seeing right now. Ignore the racial history moment that you're seeing right now. Ignore the awakening that a lot of Americans are finally having right now to systemic police brutality and racial injustice in this country. Ignore that because we have some cherry pick statistics here that fit our narrative. I mean, that's of course what you expect from a press person, but you have to realize their strategy, and it's like top down from the media, from their media to their politicians to their press. It's deflect from what's going on because the thing that's going on is racism that they're totally fine with.
Yeah. No, I mean, you are of course 100% right, and they'll never focus on that. I mean, how much does Kayleigh appear to care about the people that were killed in Kenosha? Don't care at all.
You can tell because like that's the first thing she pivots to is like, oh well, I don't care about the people who were killed or the people who were injured or any of this other thing. I'm going to go to what's politically advantageous for me. It's like she has that like binder of how to deal with Trump. What's politically advantageous to me? Oh, cops, Blue Lives Matter. Let's do that. It's a sick playbook. It's a really sick playbook.
I would say they're definitely trying to distract from that. I would say that I would assume that what they don't want is a national reckoning on how horrific the response to COVID-19 has been and continues to be. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit later on the show. That should be a failure that literally nothing should be able to save your reelection bid. But if anything will, in America, it's going to be racist appeals because we are a fundamentally racist country and we always have been.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.